Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Speedgaming Main. Today, we've got the very last match of the Speedgaming Live 2025 Online Ocarina of Time Randomizer Tournament. This is finals. We've got ourselves MrMario versus Alexis. I'm Star, and joining me on comms tonight is New IT Guy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Not too bad here. Looking forward to a good match.
Yep. We have an adult start with Sun Song. Not a whole lot we can glean from that, but
Oh, but should be a good match here between our runners. Both very, very good runners. Mario took game 1, Alexis took game 2, and now we're looking to see who takes a championship. But we should be starting pretty shortly here. If you have any questions, chat, feel free to ask. This is our Creative Time Randomizer here, so we shuffle the items, we shuffle the we need to be in these settings, the 3 Chamber Stones and the Shadowed Spirit Medallions for the Gamon's Castle boss key. And we need the items for that, where are those? We'll find out. But otherwise, fairly kind of basic settings. We don't have things like Pot Sanity, or Crate Sanity, or Scrubs, or Entrance Randomizer, or any of the half-dozen other weird settings I can list off this randomizer offers, but there's a lot. And we're off. Wasteland, inside Ganon's Castle, Death Mountain Trail, and Zora's
Domain. Those are
nice early hints.
K-path hints. DMT's kind of strong. The others are kind of like.
Yeah, Ganon's Castle being foolish just tells me that we probably have a very high item requirement stone dungeon that just votes Ganon's Castle behind Go mode.
Right.
Because that's usually how that ends up working out. But we'll see here. Neither runners checked the medallions yet. Well, they usually do so a little bit later, so we'll find that out in a bit.
Also, our light arrows will not be in Ganon's Castle today.
Nope. But otherwise, very, very standard early CAC opener here. This is very typical play in SGL settings. Grab some early items, some early songs, get an early hint, gives you some direction as to where to go for the rest of the seed. In this case, we can even add Sun Song for that because we start with Sun Song.
And buy a free shield, or get one from Rufio. Okay, well, spirit required.
Yep, speaking of going to Graveyard.
And because we have a path hint for that, we are guaranteed to have to do spirit.
Speaking of dungeons with high item requirements, Spirit, one of the highest item, I think the highest item requirement dungeon in the game, including that. We most likely need Spirit as EL for that, for Spirit. Also, yet another song in Graveyard, which works out really nicely. And some money. Alright. 20 and 30 skulls are in the skull house in these settings. 40 and 50 are turned off, so we'll see if we need to do that today. Mario, I didn't even see any text on your screen for 20 skulls.
Okay, 30's a container. I did 20, flashed the box, and that was it.
I didn't even see the text render on his screen. I have no idea.
I didn't see the text render either. I saw the flash of the box, and that was it.
Same here.
And Alexis not checking the skull hints.
He might do so a bit later. He does tend to do so slightly later, but sometimes does so. I know he's done it before when he does child CAC, but we'll see. But maybe someone can check the VOD for Mario to see what exactly was on 20 skulls, because yeah, it didn't even render on the screen for me. No clue what it said.
piece of heart and the crate.
Nothing on Sunstone Grave, so completely dead seat in terms of items so far. We've got songs and no items.
Windmill, Cack, Dompe Graveyard.
Now. Assuming no entrance rando, of course.
Mm-hmm.
If entrance randomizer is on of either Grotto ER, Indoors ER, or both, it will be, again, separate regions, depending on where they end up.
Yeah.
Although entrance randomizer logic does account for the adult going through the Dompe race to get to Windmill in certain fun edge cases. It's come up before in RSL.
So Dompe race was dead. We still have digging available as a possibility, but high chance that it's just Requiem in the tomb.
Yep.
And we just need ZL.
Stay the same.
Or it could just be both. It could be something on Dompe digging and the tomb. Let's not let let's not let paths just be one item. Let's be multiple items for the same boss.
Possible. It could also just be the torches.
Sure.
And it looks like Alexis is going to do that as child, wanting to route Dompe, and he also just doesn't have anything to do as adult.
Yep.
And it looks like Mario doing the same. Makes sense. There's something to revise possibly for next year's song paths. It's always a tough balance to strike with settings, is wanting to make them effective, efficient, but not too overpowered. As Alexis usually pauses his VOD to check his meds once he does the quick flash, because I can never read his screen either for that. And that's a spawn.
Yeah, that's boy. Yeah.
Can't really do anything with it, but there is a spawn.
You cannot.
I guess it's faster access to Valley, but that's about it. And that's only after Adult opens the gate, because I think Child's just stuck. Right now. But in any case, yeah, back to market for Alexis. We're doing a Child shooting gallery. And more junk.
Yep, I agree. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Alright, Richard. Are you a good doggy today? Yep, you're a good doggy. Owner, not so much.
And 20 Skulls was dead. Thank you, chat, and thank you to Mike in this box for fixing the bot, which was busted earlier. It's your pretty much standard 3-song opener here, off to, or well, what's now the basically 3-song opener. Looks like one of our trackers managed to get a VOD die for our medallion, so we're getting that filled in. Shadow and Spirit. Okay, stones are fire, shadow, spirit, which does explain why Gaden's is foolish.
Yep.
We aren't touching that anytime fast.
Pre-completed water is also kind of nice.
Yeah, that one's always nice. And then DC and Forest, very low item requirement dungeons for the bridge, for against Castle Boss Key. We probably won't get any paths for those two today. And, Jamu and Deku being our Burning Cack medallions just means we hope they don't need to do that. Yeah, Serenade is not the most useful thing of all time.
It's good for movement, especially like mid-game, but right now, definitely not what you want. Alright, we got better luck that time. Alright. And Alexis is going to Kokiri Forest based on this backwalk angle.
Yep.
And Mr. Mario finding out the joke about the...
About the spawn, yeah.
Oh, is he gonna try it? I know you can do it.
He can, and he's going to give it a go. This is very much not in logic, I should clarify, as Mario falls down the pit. But they both know how to do it.
Yeah.
Mario deciding to take a bit of risk and see if he can get a useful song out here, pretty much. Can't do anything else out
here. Damn. That was pretty clean right there.
Very nice indeed, and now that he's past the pit, it's the same as adult, so nothing terribly challenging there. For him at least, I tend to get lost every time I do this. And big chests. Which lights are required to beat the game, don't do anything else.
Yeah, not really helpful there.
And Toilet's dead for Alexis' side there, so always nice to get that in. Especially with pre-completed water, we don't walk to find iron boots.
Right.
As Graveyard is still Pat the Twin Rova, thank you.
Bernie Sticks.
I didn't complain too much about that.
Didn't see a large chest up there, but Mr. Mario did peek that quite fast.
Oh dear, Burning Cack is, what was that again?
It was a flash of a text box, and maybe there were words on it.
I thought it read ZL and then realized, wait, no, it might be, yeah.
Actually, yeah, that actually is possible. That's a
fine minuet at Colossus.
I think that was worth a little investment out there.
I think so too. And chat confirming this Burning Cack ZL. I realized what happened is that I misread my own notes. Ooh,
okay.
Ice has Nocturne.
Alright. GG game. So Requiem was at Saria's, so the little
Graveyard could be a few different things still, but yeah.
Yeah. The backwalking not paying off there, but
GDG path to Bongo. And Skull Mask is dead. Okay, that's
yay! Good. Okay, so fun fact, if you screw this jump up, you do not have to run. Or you can just do that. You don't actually have to run back and go, oh god. You can draw the Wolfos close enough to jump slash with a stick through the gate. Not saying I've ever missed that jump, but maybe sometimes.
Haha, yeah, in general, for those not familiar with the game, you can save quit to get back to the start of a dungeon or back to your original spawn as adult or child, which is considered by logic to make sure you can't get stuck someplace like the Colossus, for instance.
Yep.
As Alexis is now heading to Colossus, who's gonna gain a bit of time on Mario, kind of, by not,
Yeah, by not having done...
crossing Wasteland. Although he hiked across field instead, so I think it kind of ends up zeroing each other out a bit.
Yeah. It's still pretty cool to see.
Oh, that's for sure, but, yeah, we're doing all dungeons today, so strap in, everyone. We're not going anywhere this seed. As Alexis does take slightly longer than Mario to read that text box and confirm that it's CL for us.
Yep.
Because since Shadow is a required stone, we need to get ZL. Non-optional, can't skip it.
Although that does tell us something about the seed. There is a scale available somewhere.
That is true, because otherwise we can't get a Jabu.
Right.
To get Song of Time on Minuet, not quite what Alexis wanted. I think he was hoping for... I think he was hoping for, I think he was hoping for something a bit more useful than that. Maybe Storms, but nope.
Mr. Mario taking full use of Sun Song here.
And Backchild for Alexis, because he really doesn't have much of anything else to do. It's something I've seen before for Alexis a couple times this tournament. Is that with Warp Songs, he's willing to do those quick trips back adult to see if there's any useful songs there to help Child out, but nope. And this is going to be that graveyard play now as Child. Having largely just run out of everything else to do but Valley Lake and that.
Like, I'm not gonna say it's a thing, but if Gerudo Valley is not foolish, it has something.
The odds are going up by the minute, given how non-existent our inventory is right now, 17 minutes in. Alexis playing Sunsong. Mario will have to play Sunsong as well if he wants Dompe time, because it's way too late at night for him for Dompe.
We'll have to play it twice.
Yep. Not a big deal, but we'll have to spend a few extra seconds doing that. And our runners are not skimping on 10 skulls today, not when they have no items. And this is Alexis reading his skill hint, speaking of.
Yeah, we can get that 20. Dead. Easy enough. Yeah, when we're as hamstrung for items, though, it makes sense that they're gonna be rushing, like rushing 10 is on their mind.
Yeah, the only item that they didn't just start with is light arrows, which, it's lights.
Okay, so we'll just get a stone tower, right? That's what we do. Okay, it is the tomb. Those 10 skulls looking better and better.
Yep, okay, neither runner going into the tomb just yet, because, well, they can't, because
They
it's
can't.
ZL locked. Duh, right. For some reason I thought they had ZL already, but nope. Brain fart.
So, storms could be in there. Could also be, obviously, whatever's on torches is an item. I think that's really the only things that can... Yeah, I think that's really all that's it that it can be. Well, there's a world where Sarius locks something. Oh, it could be Nocturne. No, wait, no. Isn't there a thing in this setting where Nocturne can't be path?
I don't think we... No.
Or is that Scrubs where Nocturne can't be path?
One of the others.
Yeah, okay. So it could be also, Nocturne for, like, Mirror Shield and Spirit.
No, we know it's ice.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that. Yeah. Storms, maybe Saria's. I doubt there's a world where Bolero is path without a hook shot or hovers being available.
Yeah, a Bolero path would be very unlikely here.
The Bolero path would be exactly for hover boots on top of Volcano.
Bolero's very, very rare edge case, and it's unlikely given where our remaining songs are at today.
Right.
Chad is joking about how long the seed is going to be. We are not pressed for time today. The next race after this on SG Main is slotted for 10:15 p.m. Eastern, and it is impossible for these guys to take 4 hours.
Oh, there it is.
There's Deku. There's our progression finally. But with that said, I don't know if this is sub 230. It certainly won't be a sub 2 jet seed given the drier than dry start and its AD.
If everything's along the way, though, maybe.
Yes, I know, Top File, we've had a Bolero path earlier in this tournament. I think I've comped one for this tournament, although I might be mixing it up because I've done a lot of comps this summer, so... I know Bolero is certainly possible, it can even be somewhat likely in some seeds given the song and item layouts. Not in this seed with this layout of stuff. But our runners pretty much are taking identical routes because, well, kinda have to, given the lack of anything this seed.
Oh. Open Grotto's got something.
And our second Bird and Cat copy. Strength 1, okay.
Pretty good. Opens up 80% of the checks in Dodongo's Cavern. Also.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be a big help. And both runners heading straight to Gerudo Valley. Again, slow checks, but, well, given that our only items are a K-Sword and Strength 1, yeah, that's not much. Strength 1 also lets us blow up Link the Goron, and, yeah. But despite some minor early divergences, they're basically in the same place at the same time with the same items. Alexis is sung a ton on Mario at Minuet, but that doesn't actually do anything of any meaningful use, so so we don't care. And speaking of iron boots, earlier we don't want. Water is pre-completed. Toilet's hinted to be dead.
Tektite Grotto?
Tektite Grotto, which we can't get to without explosives or hammer right now. And icy waters are the only things those irons do for us, logically. And Lab Dive out of logic, I guess, once we get a hook shot.
I don't know what that was. Couldn't peek it.
Clue.
But they're going for it.
How much can they do in water? Nothing, because they don't have a hookshot, and besides, they don't want to do anything in water. It's pre-completed, which means they start with a medallion from it, and they never want to set foot in there, because all of the checks are guaranteed to be junk. Market to Twin Rova, okay. We haven't found that item yet. It's going to be Bowling, Lens Game, or Big Pose. Double Rova is kind of interesting. I mean, Inko, the thing is, it's, DC and Forester are Shadow and Spirit medallions. We are not getting those. We are not getting past them with this stone layout. Guaranteed no DC path. Basically guaranteed no forest path. Given the that Shadow Spirit and Fire are stones, so we're going to get double and triple paths of something else.
The only item you could get hinted to fire would be a bow, and everything would have to not be bow locked in those 3 dungeons. In the stones.
Yeah,
that's what I was referring to. Sorry.
I guess also maybe the song for Forest Temple, but again, unlikely. We haven't yet at Colossus, sorry, song.
Right.
Probably just in Crater or something. GTG is Path to Volve, okay.
All the GTG.
Now, if only we could get there, logically. They can get there out of logic with Requiem, but they can't get there in logic.
What do you mean? We have Epona.
Never mind, I forgot that. Thank you. We can't do much in it though right now. No hookshot, no bow.
Nope, you got one check. One check in the dream.
Yeah. And right now we're doing the Tree. Church Escape is dead, so that's not our path.
So Chew Bowling or Big Post.
Which are both inaccessible, yippee! Because we don't have bomb bag, we don't have a magic, we don't have a bomb. And no bow either. There is a strat to do Big Pose with Epona's song and no bow. It's really stupid. I don't think either runner's going to bother going for it.
Look, okay.
First hookshot picked up here, that's required for sure.
A little for us.
That opens up a fair couple checks in GTG, gets us in the door of Forest Temple. Gets us that Crater song and our first check of fire. Because Strength 1 lets us blow up Link the Goron.
I mean, it only really gets us one extra check. Oh no, wait, it gets us three and one out of logic.
Hookshot gets us Wolfos.
Yeah, I forgot. You can do the eye room. You can just go through the eye room. You don't have to. Yeah.
You get us Wolfos and right side as well. Wolfos, the enemy's chest, and 3 on right side, so 5 logically.
Yeah.
Plus the hammerlock 1 out of logic.
Right, but we don't care about that.
Nope. Another big chest. With, hey, speaking of magic, there's that.
Okay.
Deku looking extremely required today.
And bomb shoes. Okay, we have explosives.
Not the kind that lets us do bowling, unfortunately. But still super useful to have. That lets us open up some bomb lock checks, grottos, and whatnot, which will be really nice. That lets us finish DC if they so want. Although we have to see how many chews it is as well, because nobody's checked that just yet. And Goma got away from Alexis. Oops. Missing the one cycle.
Happens. Yeah, with that wallet, they can buy bomb shoes. That is a thing.
Oh yeah, forgot about that, true. Or they could actually save quit as child and do that too, because he can do that as child.
Mr. Mario retaking the slight lead.
Yep, just due to getting the one cycle on Goma and Alexis missing it. And first dungeon beaten of the game at 30 minutes here.
This
Yeah,
makes
10 pack of
sense.
shoes, it looks like in Deku, so that's nice. And, yep, both runners just heading straight back down. The 5 seconds or so it took for Mario to get the song off Minuet has put them back in sync again.
Yep.
I'm a little surprised Alexis skipped Wolfer's Grotto there. Huh.
So just going back for it now.
Okay, yep, might have just been a minor oops.
Alright, kill Skull Kid here. Get some $200 or so. Or not.
Trying again, is Alexis going to grab the hint here, is that HB8 has the claim check and a strength upgrade. Okay.
Well, claim check doesn't do anything for us, but the strength upgrade's a good hint.
Check isn't used. Oh yeah, claim check. Never mind. Oh, right. Jump foolish. Thank you.
Yep.
But yeah, strength 2 is a good hint. And our friend Link the Goron is going to give us heart piece. Not terribly helpful. And I think that's a blue bee on the volcano.
Yeah, a little hard to tell there.
I'm always terrible.
Okay, Bolero is Bolero.
Which means that we're missing Sarios and Storms. One will be on OOT, and the other is in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
If it's the song path, I'm going to just probably Storms out of those two. Locks a lot more checks. Treasure chest game hint for Alexis, which is good because he didn't get the one next to the Deku tree, so this will save him a couple minutes time spent doing that. And was that a bowling hint?
Did not quite see.
Thought I saw the word alley on it. Chat confirming, thank you. And yep, that was it. Yep, because there's the other copy of that here. Yeah, big pose must be our path in market, which means we need a bottle and a bow. One Poe in these settings, so they don't have to go run around field for 15 minutes getting all 10. This is an RSL. Well, I have commented to Rasa about last month that for our Alexis in RSL where it was 10 big Poes, and he is an opponent, but spent quite a while running around field for the Poes, but that's not
miserable.
It was also house cow required too, so they had to race.
Oh, they had to do Melon House Cow. Oh god.
Yeah, they did it early. Like some of our earliest hints were that Light Trial was on, and that House Cow and that House Cow and Big Pose had like a strength upgrade and a mirror shield in some order. I remember because I was on comms and basically died of laughter for about 5 minutes. It's just like, well.
Guess we're gonna be here a while. Thanks, game.
Yep. Yeah, they spent I think Alexis and us played for like half an hour total. Between have done like each between the racing for the house cow and getting the pose.
Honestly, House Cow's not bad. 10 big pose is the hard one for me, but I suck at aiming on the horse.
Yeah, it's also just slow because and it's RNG dependent too because some of the poses are really trolly.
Yep.
And no, yeah, House Cow isn't as bad comparatively, but they did it all together once they got a bonus song. It's like, alright, fine. Time to just go do nothing but ride a horse for half an hour.
Right.
That turned into a bit of a snooze for us at that point. Okay, big jump Mario. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bomb back here. Nope.
That's a
First
bottle. Okay.
Pose. Okay.
Where's our bow? Mario losing a shoe there.
About Bola's big pose, I don't know if either runner knows the strat. There is one. It's pretty stupid and basically involves running the Po by ranch over with Epona. Is how I describe it. I also don't think there's quite so little on checks just to go be desperate enough to do that. It's not illogical.
Isn't there also like you can spawn the big pose? Well, actually, you still need a bow, don't you?
You can spawn them on foot, just yeah, need a bow to hit them with.
Right.
The Bolo strat with Epona involves spawning the big Po by ranch on foot, and spawning Epona in a very specific place to run some Po, basically. The specifics I couldn't describe to you if I tried. There's a video on YouTube somewhere you can look up,
right.
But it does exist. But with that said, there are other things to do. I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of our runners goes into Forest Courtyards next year, honestly. With that strengthened hook shot. Mario goes to Rita Grotto here.
Okay, seen our first look at the lake here.
There, sorry, oops,
or not
sorry.
lake, river.
Sorry, yeah, I was muted. Long shot for Mario there on Redead Grotto's an interesting find. Alexis skipping it for the moment with only one shoe. Don't blame him on that. Looks like he's heading over to GTG. Mario's making a play for Nocturne, both of which makes sense given the current status of things. That lack of long shot is not going to bite Alexis right now. We can't really do anything with it. And with water pre-completed, it's unlikely to be required. Oh, right, we can't get into Domain. Fair point. I actually forgot that, so this is just going to be river hints and items for Mario. I keep forgetting that. No hovers, no ZL, unless hovers show up here. Frogs 2 is dead. Good to know. And
Pierre is dead. Cool.
Alright. It is free Scarecrow in these settings, so Pierre's a lot less annoying than in some other tournaments. Still requires they still both prefer to not touch fire until they get a hammer, if at all possible. Speaking of hammer, I think that's nothing on hammer rocks.
There's a slingshot over here.
Okay, I'm gonna ask what is that, because I couldn't tell. Slingshot in Upper River does get us an Out of Logic Woods target and Out of Logic Child Spirit. Longshot Mattia was on the, Longshot was in the, right. Read it, Rod of Attack. And Mario's heading back to Lost Woods here. Heading into Goron City, and I think it looks like, I guess he's going to do that DMT loop, that DMT loop that Alexis did earlier. Grabbing the song, hoping for storms, perhaps. From Mario's perspective, Bolero probably one of the least useful songs you could get here, out of what's left. Nice to get back to Fire, but we already have Minuet to get to this end of the map, and it doesn't unlock any actual checks, so yeah. And Alexis using his last chew on the Beamos here in GTG. We know GTG is double path, so it makes sense for Alexis to rush this. We're really low on checks, so there should be something here of use.
Ooh. Oh, okay, never mind.
And that is the
it's all
last
good.
shoe for Mario. Yep. Nice fairy for Mario. That bottle they found earlier must have had a fairy in it. I forgot about that. And Mario's heading to GTG as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in the middle. I can't see anything on right side. Stream quality's a bit of potato right now.
There is one that looks like it's 4 key locked. Well, okay, logical 6, but...
I'll trust your eyes over mine because my eyesight is terrible and the video was pretty badly pixelated, so I couldn't tell for sure.
It's either 3 or 4 key locked on the left side. I think that's the 4 one, but it could have been the 3 one.
Gotcha, thank you. And Mario reversing Wasteland, going to buy shoes on his way through here. Alexis, likely going to buy more shoes as well once he's out of here. And it looks like there is a key on the left side, so Alexis can't get to that big chest.
Mm-hmm. I was right. This is 4 key locked in.
Which is, well, there's our scale we need to get to Jabu.
Okay. That scale doesn't do a crazy amount for us, considering Domain is dead.
Mm-hmm. But it is logically required, so that's good to have. That confirms, that is a confirmed GTG to... Likely gold scale is just unavailable, and that's likely one of our 2 path items out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that I just stuck the scale in our path command, but otherwise, yeah, our current paths are Graveyard to Twin Robot, which must be the Composer Grave, don't know what for. GTG's double path to Bongo and Volvagia for a scale, and possibly that bow. which also just opens up Strength 2 on HBA and more stuff besides it. Yeah, Alexis is going to go do the lobby and grab Strength 2, then come back. Because they know there is a strength on HBA, and you go do that before you continue left side, I think. Yep, Alexis just remembered.
Meanwhile, Mr. Mario starting on right side because of the recent cheap purchase.
Yeah, right side is also just a little bit more items more quickly right now on this inventory. Doesn't have a bow to go around left side really, or to go around left side for stuff, or to, you know, to get that strength too.
Right.
But yeah, our paths. Graveyard to Twin Rivers Composer Grave is in the Composer Grave, which is locked behind ZL on Burning Cack. JTG, Path to Bongo and Volve is for some combination of scale and bow so far, probably other stuff. Market to Twin River is going to be on Big Pose, locked behind the bow we just got. And we don't know our last path yet. Yeah, that bow opens up a lot of stuff. It gives us... technically, it actually puts that skill in logic. It also gives us strength 2, which gets us into Spirit Temple. It gets us all of forest completion.
It's a market path.
Yep, that's that path. It's a whole lot of stuff. We can basically pretty much just full clear GTG in one go at this point. So we will know what our possible path items are.
I mean, taking a whack at it, I'm pretty sure it's just scale to bongo.
Scale is definitely to bongo for that ZL. Bow is probably to Vol for everything it locks right now. We've got so little left in the game, it's very likely that that bow locks hammer wherever it's gone off to. And for that matter, we could also just need to do the fire map chest. Wolfos is a key as well. ER Sensu Lil. So we're missing 3 keys right now. I'm not sure if there were any more left in the maze. Having already done the enemy's room from the other side, Lex is going to jump down here, do this pier chest, and then just go back by voiding out. Well, actually, he saw the pier chest earlier, so he's just going to skip that and head for Wolfos, the light room, which should be at least 2 items that I've written down here since at least 3 items I've written down 8 of our 9 keys. And I'm not sure where our 9th is. Don't forget this invisible chest. That's our last key. We had someone in qualifiers on Restream who accidentally forgot this one invisible chest and was
that was brutal.
Yeah. And boomerang. Well, okay then. Yeah, we need that.
So, which of those is path? Definitely the boomerang.
I'm putting scale and boomerang together for Jabu,
Mhm.
and then bow for strength 2 and whatever else.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's probably ring and scale combined, which I just stuck together on the bongo pad. Wolf's a little less clear, but it could just be hammer here in forest, and that would just solve that completely.
Mhm.
Or hammer and spirit would do it too.
Or hammer on big post.
Or that.
Because it wasn't GTG to Volvagia?
GTG's devolve, yeah.
Yeah, so could be in here, could just be big pose.
Although as I say that, we're actually slowly running low on things that can be left to be on our Twin Rova pads in Market and Graveyard.
True.
We have Strength 2, we've got Boomerang and Hookshot as ranged weaponry for both ages. We know where ZL is. And our Graveyard path can't lock ZL. Yeah, let our fire source mirror if ZL is needed for spirit, correct, Zeph. I'm also thinking our first bomb bag might have gone on big post today.
That makes sense. Honestly, it could just be Mirror Shielding Composer Grave.
Seems likely at this point.
Because it can't be the fire source in Composer Grave.
No, although it could be storms to get a fire source out of the well.
Yeah.
Now, we did have Song of Time, which was on Minuet, so the forest courtyards are not bow locked, but the back half of it is, just to note. Yeah. Playing the forest here for Alexis, I expect Mario will just follow him in there, which makes sense. Not really a lot else to do right now. You know, progression, full clearable. We have other things to do, but nothing full clearable, so might as well do this first.
Our second key.
And Mario is out with that boomerang. He's going to play Prelude and go check Big Pose. And Bosky for Alexis and Forest. Not too much so far, not really surprised. But I am curious to see what this is going to be on Big Pose for Mario.
This also does put lax. Oh well, it doesn't put lax into logic yet. We don't have a valid bomb bag yet.
X is also just the Gans boss key.
Oh right. Boulder Destiny's got something.
It is... Hey,
A bottle!
Okay. Second bottle. Not terribly useful.
Oh my god, I love it. 2 child range locked weapons in Child Spirit. Okay, game. I think that is the dumbest double hint I've ever seen in my life.
That's up there, yeah. Good one, game. Yep, I'm really not surprised. For those who missed it, that is 2 slings and Child Spirit.
Yeah. Which are both either boomerang or slingshot locked.
Yep.
I guess. I mean...
But yeah, very happy 1 hour, everyone. That is quite the hit. Yeah, and we are adult locked out of Spirit Temple, which not a huge deal. We do have 2 strength upgrades, and pretty much everything is back in logic at bomb back. Thought I'd clip that slingshot, that hint. But yeah, GTG Devolve is going to be for that bow, which gives us a bomb bag, which gives us, I think, most of the rest of the seeds, so not very useful as hints go. Second shoe pack in Forest, which that's the most useful item we've seen so far, sadly. Yes, happy 1 hour, everyone. Alright, where do you think we're going after Forest, the new IT guy?
Well, Alexis is gonna get a bomb bag, for one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been paying attention, but I would assume Alexis has been picking up skulls in here. So I would imagine 10.
Honest, neither have I, so I'm not sure how many he's at. Our trackers might have a better idea than I do.
Maybe turn in 10 skulls.
Adult shooting gallery is going to be on the to-do list.
Yeah, and then Alexis will also get long shot at that point out of Redead Grotto, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, chat's saying Alexis is at 10 skulls, thank you.
Okay, so...
And Mario at 9.
Okay, so, yeah. 10's probably on the menu to turn in.
But after that,
I could see a spirit dip maybe, although you know you can't complete it given the hints.
yeah, and you would have to be, there's got to be keys on the adult side.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would like to maybe try for Fire Temple at some point for that ZL. The problem is that our wolf path is a bow to bomb bag, which isn't very helpful at all.
Mm.
And a no letter for Jabu. We are missing our 5th path still, which could be helpful here.
Maybe do some Hyrule Field cleanup, Southern Remote Grotto, well, actually they have Iron Boots, they could get whatever's in Tektite if it's something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can also just go buy our scrub out.
Yeah. So there's some stuff in Hyrule Field to clean up. I would imagine Ruto's is somewhere around there.
I do think Rutos should show up soonish.
Yeah. If not, like, on PG or in the basement or something.
Mm-hmm. We know Rutos has to be somewhere, Hammer has to be somewhere, probably both soonish given the ZL location, but Rutos is unhinted, Hammer is mostly unhinted.
Mm-hmm.
Even Hammer could be on 10 skulls and Fire's just bomb locked.
Yep.
No Zeph about going Spirit. You can certainly there's some checks in there to do, but no Fire Source, no ZL. Not actually the densest play of all time today right now. No Mirror Shield. Although at the same time, it wouldn't be totally out of left field for them to do that. Nothing in the basement of Forest, it looked like.
Mr. Mario making some nice use of FW there.
Neat little time save you can do in Forest with Furores. Saves a couple seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Not a huge time save, but then again, every second can count. In randomizer races, we had a 2.5 second. We had a race end with a 2.7 second difference in groups. So.
Mm-hmm.
Which that one required a retime, so that was fun.
Yeah, you know.
And PG down, giving us, oh, we'll take that. Not required, but can't complain too much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make a fit about getting BGS.
Yep. And that is a for Alexis. And given he knows Market's Path of Twinova and he doesn't have the big moves yet, but He may have also determined that it's likely our bomb bag, given our items and hints.
And just may not care.
Yeah, he got a chew pack out of the forest. He'll get that bomb bag at some point, but it's not going to kill him to not get it right now.
Right. Alexis, you can't do this trick.
No, you can. That's a really, really easy one to forget. Which, in fact, there's a 50-50 of us just getting Zeal locked immediately from Spirit here. Yeah, and the big chest of the day is the Goron tunic, not the big
fire. Oh,
take a look in there, I guess. Yeah, I mean, hammer could be in there, I suppose.
Yeah, it's also nice to know if you're immediately hammer locked out.
He's going to Goron City first. We haven't seen the maze.
Perfectly reasonable.
Peeked it. Okay, 2 small chests and GTG is still Path Evolve. Yep, we knew that.
May's not having anything.
Yep. And oh, going back to Lost Woods. Huh, where is he going? Oh, river. He hasn't done this yet, so he'll get that cleared out and find, so slingshot was up there, that's about it. I am kind of curious what our last path is at this point. We're still missing one. Could be any of Wolf, Tornarova, or Bongo.
Is there a possibility that it's Volv?
It could be. I mean, that we know our Wolf path is we know our Wolf path is looking likely to be a bow. I guess it could be for Boomerang or one of Boomerang or Scale for Hammer and Jabu, but that seems a little unlikely. It's likely the bow, which unfortunately, if it's that, it locks the bomb back, which just locks a lot of stuff and is not a terribly helpful hint otherwise.
Right.
So another Wolf path could be actually pretty nice.
There's 10 schools for Mr. Mario.
But yeah, it could really just be any of Bongo Rova or Twin Rova, and the usefulness of such, who knows? We do have a lot of items already between our runners. Alexis not prioritizing 10 skulls a bit much because he just jumped straight past the skull.
No.
But that might be our Southfield play we were discussing earlier.
Yep. This is Big Pose.
looks like it was a 20 pack of shoes, which is really nice. Toad not cooperating with Alexis. Okay.
Big stabby for Mr. Mario.
It's going to find out that there's ZL locked out of Spirit Temple.
Mhm.
As, yeah, Alexis... Okay, now Alexis knows officially he's ZL locked. He didn't know until he hadn't gotten the hint yet, right? But he now knows that, yep, it's a double slingshot in Child Spirit, and the game's got jokes. And
Mario figuring that out. Going, oh, right.
yeah, muscle memory really is a thing.
Mhm.
And Alexis is now remembering too that 10 skulls is a thing. I'm a little surprised he didn't just get the skull that was in his face in River. But not a big deal. So this is going to be Adult Shooting Gallery, Redite Grotto for that long shot for Alexis and 10 skulls. And this might be the Fire Dip, either Fire Dip or Goron City from Mario.
Mhm. This is a fire dip.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's a fire dip into Goron City.
And yes, Alexis did do Big Pose and does have that bomb back.
Yep.
Alexis is probably not going to be very amused by this long shot because it, again, really doesn't do anything. I think it locks Shoot the Sun, and I think that might be it today.
Well, Lake isn't foolish. Shoot the sun could be something.
It could. And we're camera locked out of fun. Alright, not surprising.
Full dip.
Usually it is, but it's good. It's good to check. Pretty quick to do with Bolero. And Mario trails foolish.
Could be
why
something
can't I say-
important.
No,
Could be
there's
like
nothing here.
a heart container, or
I think he just
remembering that-
realized.
yeah.
And speaking of Parkers, I'm going to say there's two of them on bowling. So. Winter card piece on 10 skulls. As chat tells us. And this is an adult lake play for Alexis.
Mhm.
I didn't shoot the sun just yet, but that's easy to do with Serenade. But yeah, that's our up-to-date path command for the moment. And there's our double spirit path, there's our second child spirit hint. Mario's going to finish off 10 skulls on his side as well. Nothing on the lab roof. Thing on lab dive. What's left after this check? That's a good question, actually. We are running out of checks to do. Sorry, what?
Southern Remote, whatever's on this.
The Scrub Grotto, Tektite.
Yeah, that's about it.
Sun. Child Goron's, yeah, Goron Pot. No, we can't do Goron Pot because there's a yellow and no fire source. We can do that Hot Rod or Goron. We can do Woods Target.
Mm-hmm.
We'll shoot the sun for Mario, just the bomb refill. Yeah, we are otherwise. Yeah, we're running out of checks. Ruda's Letter or Hammer does need to show up soon, given the status of things at this point.
Armory phone?
Hey, that's not helpful. Small chest here, and Darunia's dead. Okay, thank you. Missing our last single, sometimes hint, and our last path.
Making the sorriest path a little less likely.
Yep. Yeah, my guess is it's more storms.
Yeah. Okay, Tektite.
No clue what that was, but Alexis doesn't want it.
I think it was arrows, maybe.
Alexis is going to find out we're hammerlocked out of fire. And, I assume our runners peaked child of the ladder spot in Lake as child, otherwise they would be rushing back there for a hammer by now. Because I know they were in Child Lake earlier, so I assume they peaked at that point. Yeah, Woods Target, Hot Rod or Goron,
I think that's it.
that is just about it, yeah. That's prelude for Alexis. And that's that backhand Sposky for Alexis. Ooh, nope, he remembered something. Oh, shoot the sun. Yeah, makes sense for him.
Yeah, it's not often that you shoot the sun in this early as a requirement. And those are bombs.
Nope. But it makes sense here to check it, and yeah, just bombs as we saw earlier for Mario. So Alexis is going to be slightly, marginally ahead of Mario in this process of last locationing their progression. Which is going to be either Hammer or Rudo's letter at this point. I'm going to be pretty confused if it's not either of those things, to be honest.
Yeah. Is there something, like, obvious that we forgot? I don't think there is.
Nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. So,
I'm not sure what game you're confusing OOT with, but, we do not have Skull Sanity on. We have done the 10 Skulls check and it was junk. 20 and 30 are hinted dead, and 40 and 50 are turned off.
Hot Rudder. Hot Rudder is either Rito's letter or it is a hammer.
Yep.
Then those are the only two things it can be.
Well, no, there's the third really stupid option. Dins for the pot.
Okay, well, it's going to be Dins for the pot now. Thank you for that.
If it is, it's going to be really obvious as well to what they need to do.
Yup.
Because there's nothing else they could do with Din's fire right now. Yeah, I guess if Chad's talking about beans, no, we don't need beans for anything today, as, yep, that's Rudo's letter.
Okay.
Zeph, Wasteland's foolish.
Which then puts... So the path is... Well, no, that's still hard bomb locked.
Nope, you need bombs for Hot Rodder.
Yeah, so it's just bow for bombs. And then hammer could be literally anywhere behind this or ZL or kind of anywhere.
Well, the places for hammer are now. So Rudo's gives us the 4 checks in Jabu.
Mm-hmm.
It gives us the Iceberg Icy Waters. Domain is foolish, so it can't be anywhere over there, although that is scale locked. It could be an ice if we manage to scrounge up a Din's Fire somewhere. That'll give us Shadow, at least the start of Shadow Temple, since we know Nocturne's in ice. Although we don't have hover boots yet. Where those are, we have no idea.
Yeah, and everything behind ZL.
Yep.
Since it unlocks the song.
Yeah, well, Hammer can't be behind ZL. Hammer locks... Oh, no, Hammer can't. I'm scatterbrained. Hammer locks ZL. No, ZL can be, yes. Brain's going in too many places. It's Boomerang that locks ZL, and Brain's a little tired.
Right.
confusion sorted, we're heading into John for Alexis. And Lake Hylia is path to Twinrova, for that Cookie Resort, which, yeah, that doesn't help game.
I think someone called that earlier in chat.
Sure, someone did,
right.
yes.
It's like in before this ends up being path to Twinrova.
Yeah. So that covers that. Sadly not a very helpful hint, but it is what it is. And our first magic was in Deku as well. First magic and first hook shot, so... Yeah, I think the place is pathed. But, yeah, Alexis just a minute or two ahead of Mario here, and this scene's been incredibly linear.
Mm-hmm.
We've had minor divergences in how they order certain checks, but the placements of all progression items have been very dry and very linear. Double defense, not the thing we wanted, game.
Yeah, it is nice though. We do have to do Spirit, do have to do Shadow. There's plenty of places in both to get nicked and hit. You live an Iron Knuckle hit.
These guys are usually okay, but Mario did lose like 3 minutes last in Game 2 to a couple of rough deaths. Died to the Iron Knuckle at the top of Child Spirit and had to reclimb for a big chest on right hand that I believe was a slingshot, which was real feels bad there. Yeah, I guess at this point, yeah, we're looking for... Well, Zeal's now available. We know where Nocturne is, and then Mirror Shield, Hovers, and Hammer from Go? I think?
Yep, sounds right.
As... oh, and Dins, which, well,
it
was Dins until right that.
Well, Pot and
Right
Logic. Which I guess probably a Logic after this anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
No, that's in Logic, yeah. This has to be in Logic, we've run out of things to do. But that's access to Shadow. That's eventual access to Shadow once they grab Nocturne from Ice. That's really the big thing. It'll, I guess, Spirit Key Logic too. There is a very, very high chance that there's at least one key in Player Lock and Spirit, given our lack of item, that lack of keys so far. Yeah, Hammer, Mirror Shield, and Hovers. We know Mirror Shield's likely to Graveyard Locked. Hammer and Hovers are essentially unhinted and can be anywhere, so good luck. Yep, yeah, they'll have all medallions and 0 stones in this sea after this. If this were a 6 medallion seed, we'd be in go mode, but nope. Game isn't quite that nice today. Fun fact, by the way, as reminded as I was watching, I was just standing there for a second waiting for the platform to lower. In enemy soul sanity, where you have to find the soul of an enemy type for it to spawn, you need the Octorok soul to spawn the big Octo in this room. If you haven't found it yet and you enter in here, the platform just stays at the top of the room and you're just left looking at an empty floor. I remember seeing that in I forget if it was RSL or Francophone training match at one point, and the one runner entered the room, and they just kind of stood there for a second staring at the room before realizing, oh, right, that's soul sanity.
Could be worse. At least that one doesn't bait you like if you mess up Goma. With soul sanity, and you don't have the soul for the Goma larva or whatever, she just sits
stuck.
Yeah, you're essentially soft locked.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
After this, our runners probably go back adult and rush ice. Except clarifying in chat, even without the Goma larva, you just need a stun her. Gotcha. And MrMario pulling just slightly ahead of Alexis here in Jabu, just I think slightly cleaner execution overall has just about edged Alexis out on the Baronade fight by a couple of seconds. Picking up, that doesn't help the game.
Alright, so now I imagine a quick trip to adult to grab ZL. Then graveyard?
Yeah, oh yeah, graveyard. Yeah, graveyard, ice
To
for
ice?
ZL. Yeah, grab that graveyard path and then see what... And then either go Spirit or Well from there, I assume. Actually.
Alexis?
What? For Alexis?
Alexis will figure out in a second.
No, it's Burning Cack ZL. Not
Oh.
OOT ZL.
Right.
And MrMario just realized.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Alexis? Are you forgetting?
Nope.
Nope. No,
He's fine, it's Mario that had the...
Mario's the one baiting me. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's always important to note that in these settings, what we call old dungeons refers to Burning Cack, and not the Ocarina of Time song that is commonly referred to as AD, because a lot of racing settings do use 6 medallions as the win condition, and in those settings, OOT is the always hint.
Yeah.
Lock behind dungeons you don't otherwise need to do. Nope, we need Burning Cack today. OT is probably sorry a song, and we will never get that. We might not ever go child period, really, unless if that's Mirror Shield in the Composer Grave, or if or it's Storms and it's just on one of the Storms Grottos as adult, for that matter.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's Zio. And Alexis not doing Composer Grave, just immediately going to DMC.
He's going ice.
Right.
I mean, he could do Composer Grave, but he needs to do ice at some point. It doesn't make a difference whether he does Composer Grave or in 5 minutes. It's
yeah.
There's nothing he's not really going to find anything in Composer Grave that's going to help with Ice Cavern. Yeah.
Well, if it is Storms and the thing just happens to be BFAs, maybe. I know I'm stretching this argument so it's in my favor, but it's a very big stretch.
Blue fire arrows are a moot point in this seed. We've got ice
Yeah.
access in a bottle.
Yeah. I know.
And yeah, Nocturne does save some time on getting back to Graveyard, although it's really given that we were already in CAC. I think it's pretty much just really a net zero. It's not going to significantly matter either way which order you do these two things in. And our Torches chest is big.
Oh.
Which is... Nope, that's not
Please,
it.
game. Please.
Okay. Yeah, that's not helpful. This does have to be Storms. We know that Frogs
Yep.
do Darunia and Skullkid, or no, it could be Skullkid, I guess. That's
Yeah, it could be Sarias.
And
Yep,
it is, of
it is
course, as I
Skullkid.
say that. So, off to Child. I assume Mario will probably go and do, I'd probably also just go and do Darunia with, not Darunia, Goron Tot with it, because otherwise you are never going back there.
Yeah.
The other HBA hint. Yeah, that is very much not a path bomb back in Graveyard. That's, we already had the big pose one hinted. If there was any question of that, and besides, that's really quite bomb locked. Mario having a little bit of a hard time getting on the platform there. Game not cooperating. There we go.
Mission.
Yep, that makes sense.
I think that's the only thing it could have been.
It could have been a
it
pair
could've
of
been-
other boots.
Yeah, it
Or
could have been
hammer.
that. Or hammer for them in fire or something, but yeah. Not checking Goron Pot, though.
Nope, I would have, but that's Mario making the play that instead I will last location that if it's my go mode, it's too slow, I need to move.
Ooh, gonna clear out Spirit first. Okay.
I mean, it's beatable, so...
Yeah.
Gold
Gold
scale,
scale.
nice. Ha, that's scale locked, thank you. But yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, nothing in Composer Grave was really going to make a difference in Ice for Alexis, and the same goes vice versa for Mario. There's nothing really that he could find in Ice that's going to make Spirit any faster, so pretty much just clear progression, basically, is where they're both at. And hope that Hammer and Hovers show up on the way somewhere, which they almost have to, given we're running low on... We don't have a lot else to do besides our progression dungeons.
Yep, could be here.
Yeah. And there's that key as expected for Mario. We did not, in fact, manage to have a new Logic Seed somehow. And nope, that's not it, game.
No, that does not do anything for us this dude.
There is a big chest for Mario, though, which might be a bit more useful. Or not, particularly. I guess it'll make Ice a little faster, but that's really about it.
Okay, what we got over here?
Well, that's
Hammer.
required.
Okay. Okay, just a small key in here.
Yep, one small key on Child Climb means that we do have at least one key that is fire locked.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really feel like rehashing all the Spirit Key logic today, but that's what it.
The short version of it.
Yeah. Short version as applies to this seed, and that'll be on Sunblock. This map just a jump. Mario can skip that if he may or may not be able to deduce that. It's one of the simpler versions of Spirit Key logic, and I think Mario can really figure that one out. And there's Knockdown for Alexis. Hasn't done Fountain Fairy yet, so he's going to go do that, which is why he's safe quitting, I think. As well as checking Icy Waters for something he doesn't need. No idea what it was, but he doesn't want it. I sent for the Ice Cavern song right outside Ice Cavern.
Ooh.
Lovers.
Okay.
Alright, we're off to Shadow for Alexis.
And apparently it was big and I can't see, but that is a...
You're fine. And that is no mode for us. Hover Boots for Alexis in the Fountain Fairy, and Hammer in Spirit for Mario. Which, both items are unmissable for their respective runners, and it's just a matter of beat the game. Hey Ela, where was Hammer Mirror? Hammer is in Adult Spirit on one of the ZL lock checks in the main room, and Mirror Shield was on Skull Kid. Graveyard's hinted Path to Twin Rova. Alexis knows that. Sorry, Song is there for Skull Kid, it's unmissable.
Although, the one thing I guess that Mr. Mario has over Alexis, Mr. Mario never has to go back child.
Yeah, Yeah, Mario... I was going to say, because that's the next question, is who's ahead, which is a little harder to tell.
Yeah.
Because Alexis has...
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, Ice is going to be faster for Mario, because he has... has blue fire arrows. If he does Fountain Fairy before Ice, then he can just go straight to the end, which would save him a lot of time. If he does it the other way around, then that's closer, but I think Mario might have a bit of a lead, although it's close.
I think Mr. Mario does have the advantage on... Alexis is going to clear every check in here looking for the hammer. Whereas Mr. Mario wants... Well, I mean, you're only doing, what, 4 checks in ice plus outside?
At most, if he does Fountain. On the other hand, though, that's a point from Chad, is if Mario checks fire for checks, that could waste time.
Mm-hmm.
Mario does actually have his Valor set in fire when I think because when he dipped in there earlier.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
The rare fire Valor set. Don't see that too often. But we'll see here. It's nothing's over just yet. We've still got a good bit of gameplay left for both runners. Or it might have been Alexis that put fours in fire, you might be right, I might be scatterbraiding. Also, fire arrows in Shadow Funny game. Okay, it was Alexis that set fours in Shadow and fire, sorry, not scatterbraiding. Oops, thanks chat.
Yep. Well, and it's going to be hard because Mr. Mario, no matter what, is going to play Bolero. So it'll be what Mr. Mario does after playing Bolero that'll be the deciding factor there, because Ice is fastest from Bolero regardless. Right, turn over down.
And Lex is just progressing through Shadow here. Nothing really in here, but then again, there's not really a whole lot left to find. We know where all the good mood items are, as there's Bolero for Mario as expected. Time to see where he goes. And it is into Fire Temple. Now the question is, how long do you stay in Fire, depending on that boss key placement? Because if Fire boss key is early, Mario has potentially the choice to bail.
No. Fire boss key being early is good. Because that should clue Mr. Mario, depending on where it's at. I'm not saying that it can't be like, oh hey, the fire boss key is like super early, but typically when you have an early boss key, your hover boot's locked out of fire.
Oh, that's
which should then
right, yeah.
Should clue Mr. Mario in. Hovers can't be in deep fire. It's impossible.
That's a good point, actually, yeah, so... something to think about, because yeah, but hovers are... not right, I forgot about that. Hovers are good, is good for Mario, so... Okay, and there is that boss key for Mario. Speaking of... So on my side, I do need to use the restroom real fast. I'll be right back.
Okay. Very nice jump from MrMario. Another key. We are at... I didn't see how many that was. 3 or 4 by this point. At least 4. Okay, MrMario will be able to go mode Shadow and skip the back. And that is Volve down for MrMario. And it's a key. That's good. And MrMario heading off to ice. This makes sense.
Alright, and I'm back. Looks like we just cleared out a fire there, which makes sense.
Yep, yeah, Volve was a key.
Yeah, so yeah,
We also have a go mode Shadow.
Oh, nice. So that'll be nice for Mario, a little less so for Alexis.
Yeah.
So yeah, up to ice for Mario. Alexis about to arrive on Bongo here. So yeah, it's ice versus ice into Olive Shadow versus grabbing Saria Song and going Child and doing the rest of Spirit, which
Yeah.
that's good. I think it's faster for Mario, but it is close here between our runners. Oh, and fire for Alexis also. So yeah, I think Alexis Mario has a lead, but it's a pretty good race here.
Yep.
Clearing fountain first, yeah, he'll go shortly. So he's gonna be able to skip all of ice, which yeah, is gonna put him decidedly in the lead here. Little confused where Alexis is going.
Maybe forgot that needs to go, or wants to clear this out.
I don't have an answer on that one. Aw.
Maybe it set FW up at the top and then just FW back. Although you really don't. Oh, I guess you. Yeah.
It doesn't really save time over just getting the mirror shield first.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a pretty bad seed.
That's for sure. And here's Nocturne for Mario. Yeah, I guess Alexis might have just forgotten the, one of our hints, maybe the Graveyard Derova path? Which was back of Cack and Lostwood's Bridge, so Alexis does have it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's possible you might have forgotten. But this is Shadow for Mario here, so he'll... And that's Hammer for Alexis. In any case, he's now in Mirror Shield Go mode, and he should know where that is. Yeah, we'll be in a little while here for Mario. I mean, it is Go Mode Shadow, but it's still gonna be like a 10-12 minute run through here, and then like 5-6 minutes in Ganon. So it'll sub to 20, not quite sure by how much because my math is bad. We are also in a 15-minute delay, but I won't spoil here. When the finish time does turn up in real time, so it will be soonish, obviously.
Okay, Alexis is aware it doesn't have Mirror Shield, because it has FW pulling out here.
I guess I said earlier I didn't think there would be much in Ice Spirit that would make a difference for Ice, but Mario just happened to find the one item that did, which was blue fire arrows, and then combined with a hammer was being able to go with Shadow is I think kind of what made the final difference, because they were otherwise neck and neck basically up to that point, up to when they went adult for ZL.
Alright, I have to step away for just a few minutes. I'll be right back.
No problem. This is going to go grab that boss key here on right hand since we know that was there. But yeah, so since we're both of our runners are effectively in go mode, or should be, although we're not sure what's up with Alexis in doing this versus just doing Saria's song checks, but between our runners, since we know where everything is, and Mario's just plugging through Shadow here, so we're between 10 to 15 minutes out from finishing. Let's get a time reminder here okay, Alexis is going. Good. Good reminder here. Shoutouts to our runners here, Mr. Mario and Alexis, putting on a great show for us. Thank you to a new IT guy for joining me on comms, and to Baseball and Worm Traveler for doing the tracking. This is the end of the Speedgaming Live Creative Time Randomizer Online tournament for this year. It's been a fun. It's always a fun time to organize this tournament. Thank you to everyone who's participated as a volunteer, as a runner. We had this year about nearly 100 people who entered qualifiers, the highest we've had yet. But a very competitive groups into brackets, so it's been a good time. Thanks also get to Kalu, Mira, and Dostar for joining me as my co-admins this year. Couldn't do it without them. Huge Virgil there. Shoutouts to Virgil and everyone else who helped with the volunteering. I know there's always a lot of things going on over the summer, so shoutouts to everyone who helped with the restreams. And as a reminder here as well, we are 1 month out exactly from the start of the Speedgaming Live in-person event that will be October 23rd through 26th in Herndon, Virginia. That's just outside Washington, D.C. for those who don't know. We will be having an Creative Time Randomizer tournament there as part of the in-person event, as we've been doing for the past several years. If you would like more information, you can find our rules document and information on how to sign up in the SGLIVE Discord, which I have just linked in the chat. Thanks to Henry Shield for Alexis, who is now formally in Go mode. For in-person, we are doing groups of 4 players into brackets. We currently have 24 signups. We'd be happy to have more if you'd like to sign up. If you're interested in coming, it's always a good time to meet people, to play some more rando. It's a bit different for certain, but it's great fun. And if you wanted to come and just hang out, that works too. We've always got plenty of community members to come out, hang out, volunteer, and just meet people. It's a good time every year, and I recommend for it to anyone who is able to do so. Obviously, you know your finances and everything, but it is a good time.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Alexis has gotten his hammer and mirror shield, and I did a spiel about it in person.
Yep.
There's that boss key for Alexis, Mario progressing through Shadow. It's not too far behind himself. Bailed out of fire after the boss key, I guess wants to beat Spirit first. I probably would have just beaten fire in one trip, but I don't suppose it really makes a major difference either way at this point. Just a few minutes behind. Not close enough, but a very good race nonetheless. Just came down to routing and those blue fires at the end, interestingly. Mario is going straight to Bongo.
Bongo down.
And Alexis on phase 1 of Twinrova, which is being about as cooperative as she ever is. Say, not at all. Did manage to get the hit there, lucky. Wasn't sure didn't think he would, but very nice. And that's Prelude for Mario. When another SGL tournament, he's won both. Not his first online. This is not his first SGL win here. He has won both the most recent two in-person events, SGL tournaments, and Riley using we actually won the SGL in-person 2022 tournament, which is why there's a bit of a joke about Mario's tournament winning hardware. Mario won't be getting a trophy for his online win, although he does have a pair from his in-person wins. And both our runners will be getting a portion of our prize pool for this year. Mario will be getting 40%, Alexis 20% if my memory serves correctly on that. Our prize pool for the year is currently sitting at, including the bonus, $500 for online and $800 for in-person, although if you would like to contribute, we would welcome that for both sides. Bonuses are not yet finalized for in-person, they are for online, but we can still add it for extra if anyone has money to spare. Just let it in the chat. Of course, it's entirely optional, we do not require it of anyone, but it's nice to get thanks for winning the tournament. Yeah, let's turn over down for Alexis. It'll sub 220 here comfortably for Mario. I think Alexis will be just over that since it'll take a couple of minutes. Very close race here. Yeah, we'll never be good without the lights in market. The lights in Cookie Area. Right. The thing we got in the first 15 minutes of seeing him in Midas House. Yes.
They were inconceivable to find.
And not to phase 2 of Mario. That is GG's to Mario for taking the win and the championship here with an official race time.gg time of 2:17:14. Mario will be joining us for an interview here. Alexis finishing it out as here we are. GG's, Mario.
Hey, thank you. GG's, Alexis.
Congratulations on another win.
Thank you, yeah. It's cool. My Wii still has more tournament wins than I do, but that's never gonna be fixed.
No, that's unfixable unless you decide to play a tournament on different hardware. But that's kind of a running joke at this point. No, seriously, good race.
Yeah, I mean, Seed was kinda awful to start. We really got nothing, and then I was like, okay, I saw the save warp, it was past the gate, I'm like, ooh, should I cross and hope to get a good warp song or something, or should I just go Serenade and go up bottom of the field into Kokiri Forest? And then I was happy when I got Minuet after crossing, but then when I went Serenade and up through field anyways and got the Kokiri Sword and Strength and Deku had a bomb bag, I'm just like, wow, this could have been a lot better.
Yeah, that kind of what Alexis. I think I've noticed from Alexis in kind of the recent few races between semis and finals is one thing he'll do sometimes is if he gets some warp songs and he has some places to go as child, but they're kind of far to get, and he can just go grab a quick song as adult. He'll do that sometimes. So he went adult briefly to grab a song off Requiem, hoping it might have been Storms or something, or song off Minuet, hoping it was Storms or something, and then got Requiem there. It's like, oh well, all right, that works. Or not, yeah, whatever that was. No, Song of Time, but it just didn't end up working out, so he just went back child. So with Requiem being on Minuet, it didn't end up making. I'm sorry, it didn't end up making a difference. The early game was so dry that aside from like minor divergences like that, you guys basically ended up being pretty neck and neck for the good first hour and something.
Wow. Yeah, I felt kind of behind, honestly, after finding the bomb shoes in Deku Tree. So I'm like, wow, Alexis, does he like go Serenade and get the Kokiri sword and just goes Deku without? Oh well, you do know it's AD for ZL because of Wolfen Grotto, so but yeah, I mean, I think if you do that instead of crossing, it's just such a clean route. You get bomb shoes, you can do all the bomb checks in Lost Woods up to Saria. If you're insane, you can base 2 bomb shoes and get the letter on Rolling Gore on Child 1, but that's probably not happening.
That would be the way to win the seed, but yeah, that would be kind of impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that letter just last location, hard last location.
If it makes you feel better, you both hard last locationed it.
Yeah, he said he had Richard left before finding the letter.
Yeah, I guess I forgot that, but that was it. Like, we'd seen everything else between the two of you. It was one of those, it's bad when the restream is going on. Alright, let's go count on our fingers. What's left in the game?
Yeah. I was getting worried when I was going to Rolling Gore, and I'm like, is this really my last check? Did I forget something? And then sure enough, it was a letter. Okay.
Yeah, it had to be.
And then everything else just fell into place from there.
Yeah, we discussed this a bit in the race time reviews the play, but the ultimate, you guys beat Baronade at basically the same time. As GG's here to Alexis finishing up on race
yeah, that's
as well.
awesome.
But, like I think you were marginally behind in Jabu, I think, but then pulled ahead on execution. I want to say just a little bit, a couple seconds maybe.
Okay.
Like basically, you guys were neck and neck for all purposes. As GG's to Alexis with an official time of 2:21.50. Great run for him as well. Thank you to him for joining the tournament. He will not be interviewing. He is in France. It is 2:40 in the morning, and he has to be up in the morning for work. So I don't blame him.
I was surprised that he agreed to this time.
Yeah, one of our Wendy Franklin Queen members, and one of the ones who does tend to do some late night races. But GG's to him all the same, and great run for him as well. Always a pleasure to have him. So the difference between you two, ultimately, Mario, is that you guys both beat Baronade at basically the same time. You were maybe a couple seconds ahead. And then you went to pick up the OOT song on Autopilot Dice.
Yup. Completely forgot. I'm so used to AD being just play Serenade, get the OOT song.
Yep, you confused those for a second too.
Like, what's happening? Why am I not getting anything? Oh, wait. I have to go to CAC.
Yep. But then you guys both went to CAC, picked up ZL, and at that point, you got Composer Grave and went chasing that off to Spirit Temple, and Alexis went to Straight Dice.
Yep, I think that's honestly your decision to do that actually worked in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
The Blue Fire arrows were a huge help.
Yeah, the BFAs were a huge help, but also the placement of the boss key and fire basically. I mean, maybe there is a chance where Volv had the spare key, but most likely Hover's locked.
Yeah.
So you got to bail out.
I mean, like, Hovers could be in the first open room, but it's unlikely. So.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, just chase density, and ice is the densest thing I have, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, and then you also just got Fountain Fairy first. Alexis did Fountain Fairy after, so just minor things here and there. Couple minutes in ice, couple minutes in shadow, because you're able to go move that as well. And that's really it for the, 4.5-minute difference at the end here.
Yeah. Crazy little things that make up that sort of difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to oftentimes at this level of skill. Especially going to see this linear.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Because you guys
yeah,
didn't have
thanks,
much choice. You got both hard bottlenecked into double path GTG pretty early.
yeah.
And then you went
Yeah, Bo there
forest,
was
and then
nice.
just
Yep.
went forest, and then proceeded to last location letter, and then just chased that into go mode more or less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to go everywhere, do everything, Seed. Besides well, which was locked behind everything.
Yep.
Yeah, once I saw that Guns Castle Foolish, and I was like, okay, great. We just have a higher item requirement stone, don't we? So that's just the last thing in logic.
Yep.
Because that's the thing I've noticed a lot of the time with SGL settings and in general, is that the Foolish Dungeon just tends to be the thing that's last in logic.
Mm.
Not always,
Yeah.
but especially with Gannets, it's like, okay, we're just never going there. Great.
Yeah, I mean, thank you again for running the tournament. It's always a pleasure to play in, and I will
Thank you for
be at
running, as always.
SGL in person in under a month, or just about
Exactly 1 month. Today's the 23rd.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be a fun one there. I was talking about it a little bit earlier on Restream while we were watching you guys go through this endgame. We've got ourselves a pretty good number of signups here, 24 at the moment, including you, Mario, so look forward to seeing you there.
Nice.
As I realize I need to update the challenge for that, but anyhow, it's neither here nor there. Yeah, looking forward to that here, and to seeing everyone else. Of course, it's always great in person. It's always great fun. And yeah, GG's again as well. Any last thoughts from you, new IT guy?
Nope.
There. Then so let's see here. That is going to be it for this tournament for us. Shoutouts again, GG's to Mario, our tournament winner here. Great run through the tournament for you. You had a very good run this year. I mean, you're always a top favorite for winning pretty much any tournament that you ever join.
Yeah,
But
well.
yeah, and you were first in our qualifier. Thank you to our ground tier crew today, to new IT guy for joining me on comms, to baseball and world travel for tracking, as well as to everyone who helped out the tournament this year, to Dastark, Mara, and Kayla, my co-admins, to all of our volunteers, and to everyone who joined in the tournament this year. We had close to 100 people join the qualifiers, 32-person groups into brackets. It's been a good time. Thank you and thanks to everyone for watching as well. Thank you to SG staff for everything you do. I know it's always quite a thing every year to run the whole SGL event. There's a lot of work involved, so thank you to them for everything they do. But for now, that is a wrap for this year for the online tournament. We will look forward to seeing everyone for the in-person event, whether that be in person or on the restreams. And in the meantime, if you'd like to see more SGL action, we do have several other online tournaments still ongoing. I know that there will be a Zelda 1 Randomizer SGL match on later tonight, as well as plenty of other things besides. As a friendly SG bot reminds us, there's an Area of Sorrow Randomizer online SGL match happening now as well. For now, that's it for us. Thank you for watching, everyone.
See ya.